Afrofuturism: How African Creatives Are Reimagining the Continent's Past, Present, and Future. Across the African continent and its global diaspora, a bold, visionary movement is taking shape, one that is redefining the way we see the past, present, and future of the world's second-largest continent. This movement, known as Afrofuturism, is a confluence of art, literature, music, and technology that blends African aesthetic, mythology, and cultural traditions with speculative fiction, futuristic themes, and a profound sense of Afrocentric empowerment. At the heart of Afrofuturism is a fundamental challenge to the dominant narratives that have long defined Africa and its people. Narratives of oppression, scarcity, and lack of agency. Instead, Afrofuturist artists, writers, and visionaries are reimagining the African experience through a lens of boundless creativity, technological innovation, and a reclaiming of ancestral knowledge and power. Afrofuturism is not just a creative movement, it's a radical act of self-determination, says Nnedi Okorafor, a Nigerian-American author and one of the leading voices in the Afrofuturist literary canon. It's about envisioning a future that is not just shaped by the dominant Eurocentric forces, but one that is firmly rooted in the rich cultural heritage and untapped potential of the African continent. From the Afrofuturist masterpieces of groundbreaking musicians like Janelle Monáe and Flying Lotus, to the visually stunning Afrofuturist films of directors like Ryan Coogler and Wanuri Kahiu, the impact of this transformative movement is being felt across the cultural landscape. And at the forefront of this revolution are a new generation of African creatives who are harnessing the power of technology, speculative fiction, and a deep connection to their roots to reimagine the very nature of what is possible. Take, for example, the work of Yaba Blay, a Ghanaian-American scholar and artist who has created a series of digital illustrations that reimagine historical African figures as futuristic superheroes. By blending traditional African iconography and symbolism with cutting-edge digital art, Blay's Black Panther series celebrates the strength, resilience, and inherent divinity of the African experience, challenging the dominant narratives that have long relegated the continent to the margins of history and the imagination. Afrofuturism is about reclaiming our power, our legacy, and our rightful place in the global imagination, Blay explains. It's about taking control of the narrative and using the tools of technology, art, and speculative fiction to create new, empowered visions of what it means to be African in the 21st century and beyond. And this reimagining extends far beyond the realm of art and culture. Across the African continent, a new generation of Afrofuturist visionaries are harnessing the power of emerging technologies to transform the very fabric of society, tackling everything from healthcare and education to urban planning and sustainability. In Kenya, for instance, the Afrofuturist collective Afrobotics is using 3D printing and robotics to develop affordable, accessible assistive technologies for people with disabilities, empowering marginalized communities and challenging the notion that innovation and technological progress are the exclusive domain of the West. Meanwhile, in South Africa, the Afrofuturist architecture firm Counterspace is redefining the urban landscape, blending cutting-edge design principles with traditional African architectural styles to create sustainable, socially conscious housing and public spaces that reflect the diverse cultural tapestry of the continent. Afrofuturism is not just about imagining a fantastical future. It's about using the tools of the present to build a better world for all, says Okorafor. By combining the wisdom of our ancestors with the power of emerging technologies, these visionary Africans are not only transforming their own lives and communities, but also inspiring a global movement that is radically reshaping the way we think about the future. As the Afrofuturist movement continues to gather momentum, its impact is being felt far beyond the borders of the African continent. From the blockbuster success of films like Black Panther to the growing popularity of Afrofuturist music and literature, this visionary, empowered vision of the African experience is resonating with audiences around the world, shattering stereotypes and creating new pathways for cross-cultural exchange and understanding. Afrofuturism is not just a niche cultural phenomenon, it's a global revolution, says Blay. By reimagining the past, present, and future through the lens of African creativity and resilience, we are not only reclaiming our own narrative, but also inspiring others to dream bigger, challenge the status quo, and believe in the transformative power of the human spirit. Subscribe. Thanks.